it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me today for another of my Halloween or Christmas You Choose projects. So this is my Christmas project. It's one of the 3 by 3 1/8, I think it is, little acetate boxes that we've got for our 3 by 3 cards. It's the box for the 3 by 3 cards, which you've seen me use before. If you saw the video I did, I think it was last week, with little gift card ideas for the coming home stamp set. I was using one of those boxes for that, but you can also use them for gift packaging. So in this case, I've got some Werther's Original wrapped sweets in there. I just happen to have them lying around, so that's what's in this. I like the fact that it's gold, so that's why I use those. This is Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper, which is one of those really clever papers that doesn't shout Christmas. It's that whole red and green theme, but it's not obviously Christmas and can actually be used for any time of the year. But I have paired it with some of the red velvet card that is in the August-December catalogue. And also I'm using the Everything Essential bundle, because this has all sorts of occasions on it. So yes, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day. So it's a really great kit, and you've got this lovely tag punch as well. So I thought it would be a really good one for our Halloween or Christmas You Choose series. I've adorned the top of my tree, which I've stamped in Mossy Meadow, one of the colours in the paper, with one of these wonderful, wonderful gems, which come in red and clear, but both of them have got this glitter effect in them. So I've got one of the little red ones, and it's got a little glitter in it. So yeah, wrapped the the real red braided linen trim round twice, thread it through, and tied it in a bow, and it makes a really pretty little gift idea. So obviously that was my Christmas version, so now I need to make a Halloween version. So I've got my box. I don't have anything to put in it. We'll have to imagine that. Oh, and I should say this is actually a belly band, so you can slide it off if you're careful. You can slide it off, so you don't have to worry about the fact that you're covering up the opening ends. I like to cover up the opening ends because I think they're not particularly attractive to have on the side. So our box, which I will put together in a moment, I'm using some of the black glitter paper from the August-December catalogue, some Blackberry Bliss cardstock, and I've just remembered the one thing that I forgot to get over here, which is some silver embossing powder, because I'm going to do my stamping with Versamark and silver embossing, because I want this colour on for the tag, because I'm using this spider pattern from the Magic in This Night Designer Series paper, the most gorgeous Halloween paper I think I have ever seen. And because the reverse has just got a Harlequin print on, it's not Halloween, so it's a really clever pack of paper. You can dress it up for Halloween, or you can use it as a more subtle non-Halloween paper. And I will, of course, be using some of the amazing iridescent pearls, which I am loving. Not my first sheet, let it be said. I did use them for my last lot of customer thank yous. So, yeah. Okay, so I did get through rather a lot. Let me just add some embossing buddy. Yes, I know we don't have it anymore. I'm still going to use it. Versamark ink. And I'm using the castle, I guess it's a castle, the house, haunted house stamp. So let's ink that up well, because this is going to be a solid area. And I'm coming towards the bottom of my card, because that's the way that the punch feeds. So pull that up. Do give your ink time to actually transfer across to the paper. None of this bouncing quickly on and off malarkey, please. Let's give it a bit of a chance. So there we are. Quick flick. Now, the one thing that I'm not allowing for is that you might want to add a sentiment on the back. Sorry, not got that in my plan. Sorry, I'm just looking for, there it is. I have a nice dry paintbrush that's very good at getting rid of any little bits of embossing powder that you don't want. Although, to be honest, for this, if you do get a bit of a silver haze in the background, it's not a bad thing because it just makes it look eerier. Okay, so that is that. Let me pop the lid back on that before I drop it somewhere and get embossing powder all over the place. And grab my trusty cheese board and my heat gun, which gives me time to remind you that if you don't already subscribe to the channel, I would be so grateful if you would. I'm aiming for my next 1,000 subscribers, and it seems to be crawling towards the next 1,000. So if you don't already subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you need any of the products and you're in the UK, you can shop with me. There's a link to my website in the description bar below, or you can actually click on the links for the products that I've listed. And don't forget, I will pick this up in a minute. Let me blast this. Beautiful. So what I was saying was, don't forget that if you've got a reasonably long wish list, your best bet is frankly to get the crafting starter kit, because you get so much free, particularly in September. You get 2 free stamp sets, rhinestones, some card packs, as in card kits, and it's all included for free. So, and doesn't eat into the £130 worth of product that you can choose yourself, all for £99 without postage. It's a bargain. Right, so I've deliberately stamped this towards the bottom of my piece of card because that's the way that you feed the card into your punch. And let's come down as far as I can, because I want to leave room for the hole. Come on, out you come. There we go. Right, so I have got what is now retired, a 1/8 inch hole punch. If you haven't got a 1/8 inch, you could use your take your pick tool. Just be careful you don't stab yourself. Or you could use a 1/4 inch, which is the standard hole punch size, but the 1/8 inch is quite nice because it is that little bit smaller. So that's ready to go. So now we just need to make up our box and do some wrapping. So you can see how quick this is. Pop the sides in. I like to reinforce the folds before I actually put it together, because then you get a better fit on everything. So just press that reasonably well, press that reasonably well, fill it up. Now obviously you could use gift cards. By gift cards I mean the 3x3 cards with the envelopes. And then this piece of paper is, I wrote it down, 2 5/8 wide and 1 1/8 long. Now, the reason it's 2 5/8 is purely because that meant that with this paper, I could cut it so that the pattern was the same on both sides. There is a bit of flexibility on that, so don't think you have to do it at 2 5/8. 8 1/2, yes. 2 5/8, nah. So I'm going to put one fold in, and it's an arbitrary fold. It's just that's going to be the bottom of my piece of paper. And then I'm going to encourage the rest of my folds, but not actually burnish them yet. I will be, just not yet. So just encourage them. Effectively, you're marking them. So you want them to be as snug as you can get them without them being actually tight. And you want your ends to meet square on. Then you can remove that, and I know this one's already been put in because that's the first one I put in, and that was reasonably straight. So then all I'm going to do is continue round just with my finger, burnishing as I go. You don't need a bone folder for this, it is only paper, so you really don't need the extra oomph. So there we go, and then whoops, that way, and that then fits neatly round, but it's got that nice sharp finish to it. Now I've used Stamping Seal Plus just because when you're pulling it on and off it might take a bit of a battering as it is a belly band, but you could use tear and tape, you could use just ordinary seal, you could use tear and tape. Did I say tear and tape? I did. You could use liquid adhesive, just takes a little longer to dry. And then I'm using, sorry, I had the end of a piece, the metallic mesh ribbon. I use the word loosely. Do they call it ribbon? They do actually call it ribbon. I don't know that I would call it ribbon, but okay. And I'm just, for this one, I'm probably only going to tie it in a knot rather than a bow. I think a bow of this on this size box would be a little overwhelming. So we don't need too much, probably about there. Let me grab my snips and cut that. So this will, if you scrunch it up, go through the hole in your tag, even though it's a small hole. But the key is to get it really tightly squished together, and then you can sort of roll it between your fingers to get it really tight, and then just feed it through. And I'm feeding it through before I do any tying. So that's it fed through. Then if I need to do any sorting out underneath, I can. So this is pulling it so that this piece is here and this piece is this piece. So I'm tying it so that those go into a knot. So I'm pulling it in the direction in which it wants to go. So this is here, this is here. And then all I need to do is finish the knot off like that and spread it a little bit, and I'm going to cut that at a bit of an angle. As I say, I think a full bow would have been just a step too far. I do like the look of a full bow in this, it's gorgeous. And then I just need a glue dot, my take your pick tool, and I'm going to pop a glue dot between the two layers of tag to separate them. And that's all you need. Probably don't need it quite that separated. Let's go back a bit. There we go. Just so that you can see the black glitter as well. So there you are. A really quick little gift box to put together. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to know whether you prefer the Halloween or the Christmas. I have to say most people at the moment have been saying Christmas. I'm not a great Halloween fan, but I am loving these Halloween projects. So I hope you do too. As I say, thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're in the UK and would like to shop with me, that would be fantastic. If you're in the UK, France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands and would like to take advantage of the Get and Go promotion for the crafting starter kit, I would love to welcome you to my team. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic day and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye!